going for the warm-up, we're gonna do 3 rounds. We're gonna start with jumping jacks, 20 of those. Then we're gonna do speed skaters, 10 each way, so a total of 20. And then we're gonna do arm circles. I have a low ceiling in here, so my jumping jacks are gonna be a little bit on the light side. On the first round through, we're gonna go a little bit on the slower side. Okay, ready? So nice and easy, 20 of them. 1, 2, 3. You keep going to 20. Now for speed skaters, what you're gonna do is you're gonna move this way and then go on one foot like you're speed skating and then push off this way. So you're gonna do 10 in each direction. So stay low as you move from one side to the other. Push with this outside hip out here, and then as you're getting on that leg, you can lift up this other leg, the back leg, trail leg off the ground, and then push to the other side. Okay, so nice and slow on the first ones. Now we're gonna do tight arm circles. So let's do these real small. We're gonna go 10 in one direction, and then we're gonna go 10 in the other direction. Okay, so that's the first round of warm up. Second round, we're gonna go a little bit quicker. So jumping jacks can be a little bit faster. Again, I have this low ceiling, can't go all the way up. So 20 of those, and then 20 speed skaters, a little bit more medium. And I'm not traveling as far just because of the camera, but you can push off and go a little bit further. So I'll do it for you, and I'll go out of screen here. So getting more travel side to side. Okay, so those are medium pace. Now we're gonna do big arm circles. So let's do 10 backwards. Then we'll do 10 forwards. Okay, now we're in round 3, so we're gonna do jumping jacks, 20 of them a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, do 20. We're gonna do speed skaters, also a little bit faster. Push, 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 push. Okay, 20 of those, 10 each way. Now we're gonna do 10 arm circles, faster, 10 this way, 10 back this way, tight ones, and then 10 big ones, and then 10 big ones back. Okay, that warm-up will take you about 3.5 minutes or so. So now let's get into the main set of the workout. You get a higher intensity workout if you take less rest. If you need more rest, go ahead and take it, okay? All right, first thing we're gonna do is good old-fashioned burpees. So you're gonna drop down, jump back, and then if you wanna make it a little bit harder, go ahead and do a push-up down here, and then you can jump back up, and then from here you can really explode upwards and jump. Now, if you want to go a little bit easier, you can come down and you can walk your feet back and then not do a push-up, and then walk your feet back in and stand up. So that would be the easier. So let's do 10 of these, okay? So 10 burpees. Go at your own pace. Okay, so you do 10 of those. You might want to take just a little short 20-second rest when you're done, because that'll tire you out. Second one is going to be side plank. All right, number 2 is side plank. So what I want you to do is this bottom knee is gonna be on the mat, and then that foot's gonna be extended, and then you're gonna let your hip drop and then pick yourself up. To make it easier, keep this foot on the ground. If you wanna make it a little bit harder, you can pick this foot up. So we'll do 5 of those where you let that hip come and then bring it back up. Okay? And then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, now I flip to the other side. Here's a side view for you of my hip. So come off the ground, be nice and stacked here, let it come down, come back up. Go nice and slow and controlled, as opposed to like that, real fast, okay? So slow and controlled. So 5 of those each side. All right, number 3 is gonna be squat, curl, press. So legs apart, and you're going to squat down, push your butt back, try to keep your weight behind your knees. Don't let your knees go over your toes, so be back more, okay? And then as you come up, you're gonna do a bicep curl, and then you're gonna do a press. When you do a press, let your hands come all the way in like this, and then slowly down, lower them, squat, come up, curl, press, okay? So you're gonna do a total of 10 of those. All right, next we have, I'm just gonna call them kettle squats. You can use, a kettlebell is great, but you can always just take a weight and you can just hold it on the ends like this. One of the keys to this one is when you push your butt back, pretend like you have groceries and you're closing the car door with your butt. So start by pushing your butt back. And as you come down, it's really important that the weight be in between where your ankles would be. And then you want to play around with feeling this in your hamstrings. So right now I feel it in my quads. As I go here, and especially as I shift my weight backwards like I'm sitting in a chair, I feel it in my hamstrings. So that's what we want to work on this one. So butt goes back, get the weight to go right down between the ankle bones, feel it in the hamstrings, and then slowly stand up. Definitely make sure you start with a lighter weight on this until you get used to it. Be very mindful of your back, okay? Don't bend like this, that's gonna hurt your back. If you have any back problems, you may wanna skip this or talk to a PT or a strength trainer, okay? So down, feel it in the hamstrings, and then stand up. Again, nice and slow on these. All right, the next one, we're gonna go into plank position, and then we're gonna change from dolphin plank down here on our elbows, and then we're gonna come back up. So that would be one. Let's try to do 10 of these. That would be 2. And if you wanna make these harder, when you come back up, you can take a knee, bring it here, bring the other knee here. Do that every time you come back up, and that'll be a little bit harder, okay? So 10 of those. All right, now we're gonna do single leg deadlift. If the leg that comes off the ground, if the weight is in that hand, that's gonna be a little bit harder, okay? So to start with, you may wanna have, say, your right leg going back, weight in the left hand. Pretend that you're hinging here at the hips. So you wanna be straight through the leg that's on the ground, and then you want your head to your foot really to be straight as well. And you can see this is a great balance exercise as well. So like sort of like a bird feeder, where you have like this, and then the other one goes like that, if you can see that. Okay, more advanced, you can keep the weight and the moving leg on the same leg. This is also really good to do, a good one to do with the kettlebell, but a regular weight works as well. So we're only gonna do 5 of these on each side. Okay, so 5 left leg, 5 right leg. You can play around with where you have the weight, and as you can see, it's a great balancing exercise. Okay, next up is single leg squat. You can use a bench, or I just have 2 yoga blocks stacked on each other right here. And then it's really good if you can take your toes and leave them over the edge. That will activate your glute more as you press through the heel. So you can have 1 weight in your hands, or no weights, or 2 weights, and you're just gonna lower down until in this case my right leg, until it barely makes contact with the floor, and then press up through your heel and your glutes. So we're gonna do 10 of those on one side, then you're gonna step off, do 10 on the other side, okay? And up, and up. So 10 each side. All right, next we're gonna do flutter kicks. So just make your abdominals nice and tight, and then you're gonna just pass your feet back and forth. Just give yourself a nice count to about 30. This is also good for your kick. So I'm gonna make this so you can see my feet. So nice and tight kick, relaxed feet. You can almost have your toes touching each other. Okay. Then we're gonna flip over, and we're gonna do it on our stomach. So same thing, flutter kick, squeeze your glutes. Count to about 20 or so. It's really good for your low back as well as improving your kick and swimming. That's 1 set through the main set. I just did the workout before, and with the warm-up, 3.5 minutes, and then 1 round of the main set, that was about 13 minutes. So if you want to go for about 20 minutes, do 2 rounds all the way through. If you want to go for 30 minutes, do 3 rounds all the way through. And then the less breaks you take, the harder the workout, the higher intensity it'll be. But do the level that's right for you. All right, thanks.